I don't feel like year one was massively his fault because he's such an offensive guy. But I think if you hold the defense against him, like, dude, you're the head coach. You need to be watching what your DC does, and you're also responsible if he's running downhill with a bad idea. You got to, tell him to take that exit and slow down. So I guess, after 2 years, if they struggle again and finish something like 8 and 9, I wouldn't be surprised if he's fired at all.
No, I do. I totally buy into the hot seat stuff. And then they had 10 years with Jason Garrett. I thought they showed incredible restraint.
A lot of patience there.
It is. But the thing with Mike McCarthy, in general, you brought it up, and I totally agree with you. He's responsible for the coaching staff. He had a year off to put together a coaching staff, have an idea of what he wanted to do, get a plan, implement it, bring in
the
players.
Cowboys players.
Yeah, learn the players and all that.
Yeah.
Two things. You misevaluated how well your staff could teach, and you maybe misevaluated whether your team can learn or not. And so with that being said, and after year one and you fire 3 defensive members of that staff with the defensive coordinator, that's on you. That you need to wake up in the morning and say, hey, listen, we were bad on defense. Yeah, we might have had bad personnel, but these coaches convinced me that we could do it with this personnel.
We made it worse.
And we made it worse. And so, yes, you're responsible for this, how this team performs, because you're the head coach. So, yes, he should be on the hot seat.
Yeah, part of me is bitter about that because you mentioned how long Jason Garrett got. And I'm like, man, the next guy, you're going to actually do things the right way, but that's the way it should be. You are like Mike McCarthy is not the sort of head coach you hire like Carolina. They hired Matt Rule because they're in a certain place. They were like, hey, you're going to come in here and you're going to build what you want to build, and it's going to go up and up and up, and then we're going to try to win the Super Bowl. The Cowboys viewed their team as, an occasional 12-win season and losing in the first round and all these, like, that's not enough. So we're bringing in a Super Bowl champion, and you're going to take this thing, and we have a quarterback and we have an offense. You're going to figure out the defense, and you're going to go win. And I don't hold last year against him in terms of I wanted you to have a better record, but the fact that you're the man in charge and the entire organization is admitting that our entire plan for how to get ready to play football was awful, it's on you.
Yeah.
So you don't have a lot of time.
I believe it, and it bothers me even more the fact that Jacksonville hired Urban Meyer. Because we'd heard some whispers that maybe there were some conversations between Stephen Jones, Urban Meyer out in California. There is a proven winner. There is a proven builder of programs. With the conditions with the medicals and stuff with him, that maybe you only have him for 5 years. But the fact that you settled, and this is on the front office too now, for hiring and just interviewing basically 2 guys. Yeah. You can't. You made me wait 10 years for this guy, and then you hire this guy. Yeah. So you want to put it on McCarthy? Absolutely, you have to, because the front office ain't going anywhere.
Well, that could be cool, but when guys like Urban Meyer and Matt Rule don't necessarily want a job like the Cowboys, it does make me wonder what is as good as it could possibly be.
I don't think Urban Meyer was offered the Cowboys job.
Okay.
I think that's something if you kind of just kind of sneak around a little bit and do a little bit more digging, because I wanted to know. Why can't you hire Urban Meyer? Why can't you hire Lincoln Riley? I can understand not talking, but it was like I had a couple people tell me it's like, when those discussions with Urban Meyer, wasn't offered that job. Didn't have the opportunity.
That's another part of having the owner and the GM be the same guy. Yeah. It doesn't give you another opportunity to have a front office that looks at things slightly different. And I think guys like Urban Meyer and Matt Rule are program builders.
Yeah.
And I think not only do they know it won't work, but the Joneses know. Yeah. We can't bring this guy in and give him autonomy. It's a non-starter. Here's the group of guys that are willing to say, yes, Mr. Jones, you can have this, this, and this, and I have no problem with it. There's other guys that want the roster and they want the offseason. They want the news cycle. They want it all. They want to be in complete and total control because they feel like they need that in order to build the program in every way.